But understand this, last couple of years, she missed a year and then had ERAs over 5. And Jody, that's what makes it so exceptional for both of them. But Malin really is fun to race every single year dating back to 2019. Taking a look at the top of the lineup, there's a lot of speed within this lineup. Worsup is important. Rosie Davis is a difference maker. Carly Godwin added to this lineup as well. Base. They expect those numbers to bounce and rise even more. Worsup behind her is a kind of a true leadoff hitter, but this is the way they juggle the lineup, looking to find even more offense. Zips that one over the outside corner. Beautiful pitch. 3-1 the count.
She looks like took her a few pitches to get dialed in, but
ready to roll. PGF All-American 2022, Talon Edwards holds that bat deep behind her helmet as she drives that one towards center field, toward the wall. A spin and off the glove. Great effort there, hurrying on around, standing up with the double. Yaya Acuna took one twist, one turn, and nearly had it. It just ticked off the top.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Imagine that, 17 playing on the senior national team. Just a check swing, trying to run herself out of the box. 2-2 the count.
So just a little snapshot of where we are here at Farrington Stadium, Tempe, Arizona. And if the wind looks normal now, but it has been blowing for 2 days straight, Darren. 25 miles an hour with gusts up to 40.
And Young, freshman and a sophomore with those two. Boy, that's firm, but it's outside. Good 2-strike pitch, 2-2 the count.
Davis showing nice plate discipline, didn't chase that.
Freshman All-American last year. Some crazy the Rhode Island Thunder Gold. She is from Avon, Connecticut. But playing for Coach Lottie and Rossi years ago at PGF. She's always been highly thought of as a talent. Oh, that pitch, 1-2. I mean, what do you do, Jody?
It's really a tough matchup. That is actually in honor of her grandfather who played football. Her grandfather, Wayne, who was a guard at Nebraska, played in the NFL with the Browns and the Vikings. So I thought that was interesting. You don't always see 66 out there.
Yeah, that's very cool. Grandfather and dad.
You know, when you look at the softball world, I think it's a great way to really size up two programs that are having really good seasons.
So then there's the story of Carly Goodwin, the power, the sophomore. Goodwin and Davis thick at Steves, a couple of sophomores on the right side of the infield.
Yeah, it really is, and that's what she needs to do, is be selective at the plate. And, you know, Kenzie Brown, she just tries to change the eye level. That's what we saw ending that last inning with the strikeout of Hasler. I mean, you go rise and just the vertical difference between where that rise is landing and then the drop. But Godwin there with a really nice at-bat.
Good pitch right under her hands. There is a change in approach, and Kenny Gajewski told us about it. He wants Megan swinging a little bit more aggressively. She was beaten that time with that aggressive swing.
Yeah, I mean, she's been a slapper. Just bit down and nothing you can do there.
K is for Kenzie tonight. It's a strikeout night. You can just feel it. No matter the win or the loss, wherever it goes, you can just feel in her stuff. She's got that big strikeout.
In her career, both knees, and I would call, if there was a Sun Devil you would call cheese, I would call it Kelsey Hall. Kelsey Hall is she's always smiling. I think she's not getting into media, but she could if she wanted to. I'll put it to you that way.
Wait, do we have to smile since we're in media?
Well, she's a great talker. You know, she's really fun.
Drop down. Up is never a bad idea. That one missed just off the plate outside. Little spin to that one. And it's a rare walk from Ruby Malin.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the other thing that you're looking from Malin is wanting to incorporate the changeup. That's something that the coaches have really encouraged her to do. I mean, yeah, she's got a lot of velocity there.
Speedy Yaya Acuna, couple of runners on.
Yeah, and this is a tough play as Talon Edwards tried to get over there to make that play. Darren, and sneaky power down there. When you look at it, no matter what level you're at.
3-1, worked the walk, so a home run, then a walk. Edwards having a good night. She, different than her teammates, seeing Kenzie Brown.
Yeah, exactly. The double, the walk there. And, you know, Kenzie Brown, when she misses, she's got
1-1. Davis had the exact same opportunity 2 innings ago. 1 out, runner in scoring position. That time, Brown won the battle and struck her out.
He's 9 if you count 2020.
Big chase on a pitch up out of the zone.
Yeah, another strikeout there. Kenzie Brown getting Davis for the 2nd time in this game. And even though Davis saw her back in the 1st inning, doesn't make it any easier. That rise, it looks like it's hittable, and it's just not. Blows it by her.
And they're interested over the last couple of weeks. Back on the 7th of March, Amanda was hitting .220. Then she reeled off 9 games in which she had 12 hits, hit twice, and 2 walks. Simple math. I mean, she got on base 16 times, safe stops in this conference. But the bat that is growing each and every game this year on the road in Tempe. Megan drops the shortstop. Pulls that one out to the left side. It's gobbled up and fired on across in time for the out. Again, back down on the ground. There goes Malin.
You were right on target on that when we started this broadcast.
Shoots that one to the right side, and it's foul. Her 2nd time out there, she homered against Miami. Your old squad. She got the Canes.
Yeah, 2-run homer. She's got a little bit of power, too.
With that slightly open stance. Looks at the pitch just off the plate outside. North Carolina native, East Columbus High School. She had 20 home runs her senior year. That's 20 in one high school season. I'd have just put her on. Literally, I'd have just put her on. That's a crazy high school number. Boy, she worked it to a 3-2 count. I think the key, Jody, Godwin was fooled badly on a couple of pitches, but hung in there.
Yeah, she really was. I mean, she had a few swings and misses in that at-bat, but like you said, hung in there, had the chance to make some contact, did a nice job.
Baeske comes in, has an offensive meeting.
I've seen this trend with Kenzie Brown of that first batter of the inning getting on base. In the first, it was a double. In the second, it was a walk. In the third, it was a homer. And then, and now you've got a single. And so she's done a good job of getting out of problems like this.
Great shot a moment ago of her choked up on the bat. She drops it down. Played nicely. They move the runner to second
inning, but this one is just all that life and that velocity on the rise ball.
Michaela Ward. Good take on a pitch that jumps up and out of the zone. Outs, or 6 of the first 9 batters grounded out, I should say. Silky Eads is going to both dugouts, double checking any changes that may be going on.
Masterful with it here tonight.
It's 7 ground ball outs. Yade Ho-Ching puts it on the ground, but it's a base hit. Can she leg it out? She does. Good effort there by Warsaw. She was charging in. She knew what she was dealing with the speed. The key was it was hit hard enough for her to take a shot.
Yeah, pitch Kelsey Hall can drive.
Popped up right side. Tries to dump it in, and she does. Runners on first and third. There's uncomfortable contact. That's what you're looking for if you're Malin. But the strength is what popped it to right.
And that's exactly what Kelsey Hall, she really did. She was decisive, right? She decided to field that ball and then just chase down the runner. That way she can control Ho-Ching over at third base. Ho-Ching probably was not sure exactly what was going to happen there, and Godwin just completely controlled that situation. To Megan Bloodworth, who, of course, had the difference maker in this game, that home run. And that one is fouled off to the right side.
It's got to be a great feeling if you're Bloodworth, seeing the evolution that you've been able to have offensively.
Yeah, Edwards started off the game with a solidly hit ball off of Kenzie Brown, but it is interesting to see all the different stances, all the approaches. And that one right back to Loopy, throws over to Aiden.
Of you and get her to really, truly commit somewhere. She gave up the softball before the runner was committed.
Yeah, costly mistake there, having that ball roll into left field foul territory. And it's 2-0. Rosie Davis. Hasler, she can bring some power.
Davis 6 of 6 now. Perfect on the year.
Loopy misses outside, and it's 3-1.
She learned a lot last year, paying attention to those a little bit older than her.
AJ Murphy, kind of the glue on his team, not just on in the infield, has a few words of encouragement. Swing.
Okay, let's relax. We have the one. Let's relax now. And that's, again, what they're talking about. They did have some help behind them, but they earned that. They created the opportunity to have that mistake be made. You made the good point, Jody. It was speed.
It really was, and it's not always going to come in the form of, stolen bases, but it's just advancing on an error or advancing or getting to home plate, and nobody faster than Tia Warsup. We saw that.
Folks, that one started just off the plate inside, and it was caught behind the hitter. That's the spin on that screwball.
And that is going to be ball 2. Two over there are having to direct traffic amongst each other, but they are getting it done as Murphy is laughing about it. As is Davis.
All right, you're not getting all the accolades for making that great play. I'm making this one. And she just kept going. That was kind of like that remote vacuum we have in our homes. If anybody has one, I don't. It just kind of keeps moving.
And the Hall gets a piece.
And the wind is starting to move a little bit toward right field. So the jet stream, Hall, beautiful right center field power. Could have a little bit of help. Malin's still thinking there's no way I'm letting something get out over the plate for you. If it isn't.
And she faces the leadoff hitter, Talon Edwards, to start off the 7th here. Edwards started off the game with a double, walked in the 3rd inning. Like that was the right call, just such an awkward situation. You're right, I'm really glad Edwards is okay over there.
It scared me. The parent in me got scared looking out.
I didn't initially see that her foot had kind of jammed on the base, but I guarantee she'll be ready to slide the next.